Hey everyone, this is PrinceBrightstar, and welcome back to Phantasy Star 2. So, my expectation is we're going to be finishing up today here with this game. We've got 3 more dungeons to go through on Dezoris, as well as 1 final dungeon to go through. That final dungeon having one of the most RNG-based battles in the entire series. So, look forward to that one, because there's a chance I'm not going to get that one down first try, just because of how much RNG there is involved with it. But anyway, we first need to make our way into Minobe here, which is the dungeon that we've got to the left of us. But before that, I actually need to put the Titanium back on here. I forgot to take the magic cap off before we left last time. But let's go ahead and head inside. And so for this first dungeon here today, this is more a traditional maze than what we saw last time with the, I guess what we can call the tower that we went through last time. Yeah, that was kind of an interesting one, to say the least, where we were dropping down. And the thing is, that's not the only dungeon where we do some dropping down. So, yeah, look forward to that in this episode here, that's for certain. Also, did anybody know that you can actually walk through this wall right here? That was a kind of a funny little discovery I made while I was preparing for this episode. But anyway, we are headed this way. And we start off against a Mr. Death here, so... Now, generally, this is supposed to be the first one you go through, from what I've been reading in most of the guides. So I guess I kind of went a little bit out of order here in my trek through Dezoris. Oh well. Alright. So that battle is over, and we are continuing on this way. Down here, and we're gonna loop around to the stairs right here. And then we follow this all the way down to the south. Oh, and we get attacked right at the start here. Okay. So we've actually got a bunch of stuff that we gotta... a bunch of people we gotta get healed up here. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the Aegis. Let's have Rolf go ahead and use their Truth Sleeves. And of course, Amy, you can go for your Amber Robe. And that should be it. Oh yeah, Anna's definitely needing the healing here. And hey there, Phantom. Okay, everybody... Let's see. So, we need... Rolf and I think... Actually, Anna should be okay at this point, I think. So I think we can have her attack again. Rolf could use a heal, though. Amy should be good, though, so we'll switch her back to the Storm Gear. Oh yeah, even the developers were saying they let their dungeon designer go a little overboard when it came to dungeon design, so I get what you're saying in that. I'll go ahead and have Rudo give themselves a heal as well through the Cressa Gear. Rolf is going to keep their healing going. Rudo, go ahead and switch back to attacking. Yeah, and the bigger danger in this game is not necessarily how long, rather how hard the battles are. Aside from some of the battles that are coming up, the bigger danger is, you know, forgetting where you are in the dungeon because these battles take so long to complete. But I still know where I am at this point. Let's see. So we are headed this way. And we need to continue up to the north. And loop around. And then down this way. Okay, so we found the name it. But I need to actually use up an item here. Now, the name it is an item specifically for Rolf and Kane. And since we don't have Kane in the party, we'll go ahead and use one of the trimates that Rolf has. Who needs healing the most here? Amy does, so... Rolf, go ahead and use a trimate on Amy. And let's go ahead and equip that name-it. Ooh, look at that defense go up. Alright. Now, there's a couple of other things that we need to get in here, but best option for us is actually going to be to teleport out and start again from the first floor. And we're going to head up this way here. And then this is going to take us all the way down and around... Oh, not here. Down and around over here. And we just found ourselves another storm gear. Now, in this particular case, I'm going to say best option is going to be for us to give that to Rolf, so that they have access to Gaizan for free as well, rather than having to use it up going forward, or having to use up their TP going forward here. So, we're going to go ahead and toss those boots, since they don't do much for us. And we have the storm gear now. Let's make our way back around here. And we've got a party of mist capes. So, we can already put that to use here. Storm gear. Phantom, it really didn't take me that long to figure it out. I'd say I took maybe a good, at least in terms of items and equipment, maybe a good 20-30 minutes for research. It was the maps that really took the longest because, you know, the game comes with that guidebook that has all those maps in there, but it doesn't actually give you too many details of what you actually need to know on those maps. Let's see here. Let's just go ahead and continue the battle. Rudo and Anna have leveled up. Oh, this is a full party that's attacking us, and they got a sneak attack on us. It looks like Anna needs a heal here, so... Anna, go ahead and grab your Aegis. And then... Let's see, do I want to go for... Nazan? I don't think so. I think I'm good with just the, storm gear. Yeah, that should be fine. And let's go for it. Alright, Rudo's taking some hits here. Yeah, when I saw that the book did not use actual in-game screenshots, I said to myself, that's not what I should be using. Instead, I actually found a really useful map guide. Let me see who it was by again. Where is that? Unfortunately, this was a PDF, and I gotta kind of keep flipping it to figure out everything that's saying here. Let's see. Counterclockwise. By Forever Games 2010 at fantasyanime.com. Yeah, so that gives you the the resource I'm using on that here. Anyway, Rudo has taken some damage. Let's get them healed up. Press a gear. Let's go with that for now. Poison! I think that's the first time we've seen poison in this game. Alright, we can deal with that after the battle. Let's see here. Anna actually could use a heal again, as well as Rudo. Let's just stick with what we're doing here. Okay. So Anna is good to go at this point here. And then let's go another round. Alright, that does it for that battle. 16,000 experience points. Yeah, those numbers are really starting to get up there. Alright, so, for poison, I did bring out this one antidote long ago, so let's go ahead and use that on Rolf here. There we go. And now, just looking at where we are, I would say just for the sake of safety here, let's go ahead and have Amy heal Rolfin herself. Yeah, it's definitely got issues. That's for certain. So yeah. That's why I decided to go with creating, well, basically taking the maps that FantasyAnime.com had created, and instead basically drew my own lines. Okay, so for this one, Rudo, you can attack. Yeah, this group was definitely a lot more manageable than the last one. Alright, to the west. And now we head to the northeast. And if we had taken that little shortcut I showed you before, we could have actually come over on this staircase to get to this spot as well. Okay. Next we have a color scarf. Now this has Santa built into it. So now we have both Anna, who's able to cast Santa, as well as whoever we give the color scarf to. Or no, she has Shifta now that I think about it. Yeah, she has Shift, and then she has Nur, but not Santa. Alright, and the color scarf went to Rudo. I think that's fine. Ultimately, what we're trying to do is basically make sure we have a good amount of buffs across the team. So that when hard battles come up, we're basically just able to buff up really quickly here. So, like, for instance, I could go Snow Crown, and then we can go Color Scarf here. And then Amy could go Sashu. And then that would just leave Rolf. Now, Rolf, in their case, they don't really have too much in terms of defensive stuff. They do have the Truth Sleeves, which gives them Guy Res. And then that's... They've also got the Wind Scarf, but that is just Zan. That's another attacking technique. So there really isn't too much that you can get from Rolf like this. Rolf is more or less purely attacking, aside from when they need to heal up or something like that. But then from here, Anna can attack, Rudo can attack, and then Amy can go back to their Storm Gear. Looks like Rudo's gonna need to heal in the next round. Actually, Rolf could do with one as well. Back to the Storm Gear for Rolf. Okay, Amy and Anna need to heal. Hey there, Alpine Gremlin. Okay, so we are headed this way. And then we need to head... I believe it was this way. No, it was... That's right, up here. Okay. And this leads us to... the Nay Crown! Alright, so we need to free up space once again. Gotcha, that's a nice little bit of trivia there. Alright, so for the Naymet, or Nay Crown rather, that is able to go on to specifically Amy, so we'll free up a space there. Actually, in that case, we'll just use a Trimate on Rudo. And there we go. So, Amy! Go ahead and put that Nay Crown on. Ooh, look at that defense, over 300 now. Alright. With that, we're done in here. Let's go ahead and do a Highness out. And we are going to Ryuka. Or Ryuka. Let's get healed up at the hospital. Oh, that's right. I need to put the magic cap back on. And let's heal up. We'll go ahead and save. Okay, so we next need to figure out where we are headed. There are two other places we need to go to. There is Gauron, as well as Ikuto. So, for that, let's make our way over to the teleport station. And I'm thinking let's hit up Ikuto first. So, for that, we need to head to Zosa. Oh, and also, for the most part, I fixed the slowdown that was happening before. That appeared to have been an issue specifically with PlayStation 2 emulation. Although I'm not running on official hardware here, when I overclocked the emotion engine, that actually resolved the issue. So, make of that what you will. Alright, we got an Elitusk here. Anna. Storm gear for Amy, let's go. A little bit further to the north, here we go. We have arrived at Ikuto. Now, this is the other dungeon where we need to drop down a bunch of floors. Except in this case, it's right from the start. So, we're gonna head for the middle path. And then the middle path again. And then We're gonna go ahead and grab this. It's a Laconian dagger. It's not gonna do much for us, except be useful if we need additional Maceta. We may or may not need that. We'll see. I am going to toss one of the Trimates here. Okay, so that's Laconian Dagger. And then from here, we need to head all the way over to the west. And then we drop down again. One more time, drop down. And there is the Nay Shot. Does anybody need healing? Amy does, actually, so let's go ahead and use one of Rudo's Trimates again. Amy. Alright, we got the Nay Shot, which is basically Rudo's strongest attack, or strongest weapon in the game. And look at that skyrocket there. Alright. So, safest option for us from here is to actually just teleport out and start again. And now, in this particular case, we're going to head over here to the right drop. And that leads us to here. Drop down again. And then... well, we have a fight here, so let's take care of this first. And why not? Let's go with the whole spread here. Color Scarf, and then Amy, give us a Sashu. Alright, so now then, Anna, go ahead and attack. I guess that's a Frost Dragon. Rudo, go ahead and heal yourself there. And then Amy back to the Storm Crown. Or Storm Gear, rather. Alright, let's take a look at this Nay Shot. Yeah, that was pretty powerful there. Over 100 damage there. Alright, Rolf could use a heal at this point. Okay, another level for Rudo. Let's drop down here. And then on this floor, we head this way to the north. Ignore the pit right there. And we head for this one instead. Now we go across to the right. And now we're gonna come over here. Head down this path. And then there is the Nay Slasher. So, Anna. In terms of what you can get rid of at this point, There really isn't a whole lot, to be honest. So, we'll go ahead and toss one of the Trimates. Alright, let's get that Nay Slasher on. Once again, it's not the strongest attack possible here. But it is still an upgrade for Anna, but we'll see if we're going to keep that on her, or if we're going to have her switch over to holding 2 shields, at which point we would then give the additional storm gear to Anna at that point. And that's really interesting to know, yeah, about the Esper training ground here in Ikuto. Alright, there are a couple of other things to find in here, but I figure since we're basically finding all the Nay items at this point, there's not a whole lot, especially in this one where things can kind of get confusing, so we're just gonna hide us out of here. And Ryuka. And I forgot to take off the magic cap last time. Let's go over to data storage. Or data memory, rather. Okay, we're all saved. And now we need to head for Ryuan. Whoop, not Skure. Ah, gotcha, yeah. That would make a little bit more sense, yeah. Okay, we've got a bit of a trek to the north to make here. Now, Garon, it does have some interesting stuff in it. So we'll take a little time and take a look at everything here. Starting over here, where there's a Laconish. Go ahead and toss Trimate here. Now, Laconish is actually an armor for Rudo and Kane. Problem is, there's also the Nay armor, which is actually better than the Laconish. But what is Rudo wearing right now? They don't have the Nay armor yet, so we can go ahead and throw that on them for the moment, at least. So Rudo. And before we head to the last dungeon, we're gonna be making a stop to clean out these inventories, that's for certain. Alright, Rudo. And now let's go equip Rudo with the Laconish. Just about 5 points there. Nothing too big in terms of an upgrade. And the enemies that we have here are kind of similar to the ones in the first dungeon today. Let's see here. So we need Storm Gear. And then Amy, your Storm Gear as well, please. Okay. Now if we head back to the start... Sky Tiara. As I was saying, if we head back to the start, and then inside the first building, we head to the east and loop around, we're gonna find yet another item. Yeah, Garwan was in the original Phantasy Star. I do remember that. I think it was to the northwest of Twin Town, if I remember correctly. It was the place where all the undead were, I think. Alright, so this chest has another amber robe. So, in case at some point you happen to get rid of one of the items that gave you the ability to use Gyres, here's an extra for you. Alright, I think we're good. Another fairly straightforward battle here. But even though we're getting through these battles pretty quickly here, that doesn't mean we're necessarily ready for the final battles yet here. Oops, went a little too far there. Alright, same battle as last time, actually. And yeah, I agree. I was gonna make the same comparison there. There was a little activity outside, so I couldn't speak for a moment there. One of the things of living sort of close to a major airport. Oh well. All right, so there we go. Alright, we got a long way to go up. But before that... we have an item to find on this floor here. That being the Christ chest. Now, this is an item that technically we've already found through our journey here. Yeah, right here, and what this does is it casts Gra. But anyway, let me take a look at how everybody's doing here. And... okay, Rolf could use a heal, so we'll go ahead and do that. Item, Amy, Trimate, use Rolf. And we're just gonna pick this up specifically just to sell it when we get back to town. Alright, so now we start climbing. several floors. Always gotta watch that pit. Because it's a long way back down. Okay, so we've reached this floor. This has one of the items that we need. And what do you know, it's an item for Amy again here. Although technically Sure could use it as well. Alright, let's get this equipped. And look at that defense, 338. Nobody is even close to that right now. So Anna is at 176, Rolf is at 224, and Rudo is 271. I mean, if it wasn't for Amy's HP, you could turn her into a tank at this point, just simply by the fact that she's wearing 2 shields. Ah, we're finally encountering the Firefall enemies. Yeah, this is one of the more unique enemies in this game, at least in terms of monster design. And, hey there, Rooks. And, don't worry about it. Alright, we continue upwards. After this battle. Okay, Rolf, go ahead and grab your storm gear. I'm curious what would have made them restless spirits. Unless these happen to be, like, say, for instance, the spirits of those that died on the on that spaceship in space that was attacked by the Earthmen. Anna, you could use a heal as well. Aegis. All right, let's go. Yeah, that's what I mean. Since they were land elf family. All right, one more attack, and Rolf is going to need a heal. Alright, up we go! There's still more on this floor. Although, technically, we don't need to be on this floor, but like I said, I'll grab what we can here. Rudo, you could actually use a heal at this point. Anna, why don't you grab that snow crown? And you know, that would also make sense with where Alice got the Laconian sword as well. Rudo, you are healed up at this point, so go ahead and attack. In the original Phantasy Star, Alice got the Laconian sword from a red dragon in a tower on an island. Okay, Amy, you're just gonna grab this. You know what? I'll toss one of the Hida pipes. Yeah, so that's a Crisp Cape, and same thing as before, it can also cast Gra. Gotcha, so different from the game then. Okay. You know what, let's go Snow Crown. Rudo, why don't you grab your color scarf? And then Amy, let me have you Sashu. Okay, Anna, go ahead and attack. Rudo, go ahead and attack. And Amy, back to your storm gear. Actually, Rolf could use a heal. So, troop sleeves. Ah, so it's not a tower there. Got it. Rolf, I'm gonna have you attack. Yeah, so obviously Rudo is basically being our main attacker at this point here with his Nay shot. And doing nearly 100 damage each hit. Oh, it was a tower. Okay. Alright, further up we go. Alright, we have arrived at the last of the Nay items that are in these dungeons. So this is the Nay armor. Okay, so, Rudo, you need to toss something. Yeah, I know it's weird, but the Nay armor is actually for Rudo. Technically, it's for Kane as well. Okay, so yeah, even with the Nay armor on, Rudo still does not match what Amy has with 2 shields on. Alright, that does it for all the Nay items. Rolf, you're gonna go ahead and hide us? And we're gonna head back to town at this point. And then... Rolf, you're about to get a new weapon here. So I'm fine with actually unequipping the Laconian sword and just having you use storm gear until we arrive. But yeah, now we're going to start selling a whole bunch of stuff here to free up space in the inventory. So, Plasma Cannon. Laconian Dagger. And Rudo, since you've already got the Chris Anish, we could get rid of the Laconish instead. Or no, actually, Laconish doesn't have an ability, but it was what you were wearing a moment ago. Okay. Moving on to Rolf now. Titanimet. Oh, actually, do I still need that? Yeah, let me check something here. Okay, that's right. I got the name it a while back. So, okay, I still need the Magic Cap on though. Let's see here. I'll hang on to the Windscarf just in case. Like I said, we'll get rid of the Laconian Sword. And that's all I can get rid of there. Anna? Get rid of the Fire Slasher. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to put these on Anna or not. I think I'm going to save that for a plan B, just in case. Alright, and then for Amy, we can get rid of that silver crown at this point here. You'll hang on to the Crisp Cape. But we can sell the other two Crisp items here. Yeah, and I've got all the healing items I need, so... I guess we can get rid of this extra amber robe. Especially, I hate to do it, we need the space. Alright, so... that should be everyone. Okay, so now we just need to stock up on a whole bunch of Trimates. Head to Ryuan, I think that's where they were. And then, if we need a Plan C, we'll come to that, but let's start with Plan A here. Which is to just fill everybody's inventory at this point with Trimates. But if a Plan C is necessary, that is going to require a trip back to Motavia and taking advantage of Shur's abilities. But let's hope it doesn't come to that. Alright, let's heal up. Hey, out of the way! Oh my goodness, I've been NPC blocked. Out of town and back in. Alright, to Akba. And we'll go ahead and save. Yes, save. Alright, we are headed for the crevice. Rolf, go ahead and grab that storm gear, and once again I forgot to put the name-it back on. True, but I don't think RPG Maker existed yet at this point. Alright, so I believe Rolf just learned a new ability. Gra. Okay. They're supposed to get another at level 30, and then another after that at level 35. I'll be honest, we're a little bit under-leveled for what's recommended for what's coming up here. So before we press on in the next dungeon, I may stick around the entrance for a bit, just to do a bit of grinding. I still never put the name-it on, did I? Surprise attack, but I'm not worried about it. Couple of large miners here. Amy, you could actually use a heal at this point. Really could use a heal. There you go. Alright, we have arrived back at the Esper Mansion. Let us speak to Lutz. Good job. You are truly a descendant of Elisa. And yes, the music has stalled here. I acknowledge that you are qualified to succeed the power of light and the memory of darkness. 1,000 years ago, after the battles of Elisa, Algol obtained peace for a short while. People were satisfied with what was given to them by those they loved, and did not ask for more. And it was their pleasure to give to their loved ones more than they wanted. However, when Mother Brain arrived, Algol changed. We got confused, because Mother Brain created so many things. We didn't really know what we needed. People started to fight for what Mother Brain created. They no longer thought that kindly about Elisa. People... I think that's supposed to say even. People even thought that they could not live without Mother Brain. I think that a devil's trap is behind Mother Brain. This caused the people's mind to weaken. The trap also leads Algol to destruction. I don't know who made that trap or why. There is a Nay sword in the box. When you pick it up, it will rescue you from the evil side. Gotcha, okay. Alright, so we need to make space for Rolf. We'll go ahead and toss that Trimate. And equip the Nay sword. And look at that attack. Alright, so... Rolf, are you brave enough to do battle with the powers of evil? So you're saying no? In that case, I'll send you on your way with my prayers. O God of Algol, bless this party with courage and strength. So was that supposed to fix the music, or do I need to go through a reset here? Or was that just to show the alternate dialogue? Now, if I say yes here, I do believe that this does not fix the that this doesn't fix the music here. I will leave the future of Algol up to you. I pray for your safety. Use the Nay sword if you run out of power. It will bring you back here. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Okay, gotcha. It will bring you back here right away. Now go to those of who watch us from outside of Algol. And yeah, so the music is still stuck like this here, so let's go and use the Nay sword like he was saying. Rolf's body feels very light. Oh, that's a full-on freeze! Huh. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem here. Good thing we saved recently. Okay. I'm gonna have to reboot here. Give me just a moment here. Not reboot the computer, but, reboot, what I'm using here, so... Let's do a reset. Yeah, and this is the interface for Phantasy Star Collection on the PlayStation 2. Or Complete Collection, rather. Alright, so we're gonna continue from where we left off. We're gonna have to go through that again, unfortunately. But we're not that far. Gotcha, okay. So we need storm gear here, and then for Amy, you can just go ahead and use your storm gear as well. Now, if I remember correctly, what we can do is we can use that music trick I showed back in the first part to get around this this bug here, or at least that's what I'm hoping will work. All right, into the crevice. Like I said, we're only like a few minutes back here from where we were, so it's not that bad. And that's why saving is important in older games like this. Alright, we are back. So, this time, I am going to initiate in pause mode. Things are going to go pretty slowly here. But hopefully, we'll be able to get past this bug here. I don't want to take any risks here, so I'm going to hold off on unpausing for just a moment here. Alright, now we need to free up the space. Probably should have done this while I was still at full speed, but oh well. Alright. There's the Nay Sword. Get this equipped. There we go. Alright, and from here I kind of have to unpause here to get out of the menu, actually. Yeah, that sounded like the same thing has happened again here. Okay. Just so that I can try to prevent other things from happening, I'm gonna go ahead and use a save state here. Can I at least get back to town? Okay, at least that music is going. Let's Ryuka. And now let's go ahead and save. We'll have to do the trip one more time, but I'd rather, have everything working for this. We'll put this under number 2 here, just in case something weird happens here. Really shouldn't, but what can I say? I don't want to risk anything at this point. So, we're going to say no this time. That's going to send us back to the title screen, and that should reset everything. Yeah, now we got the drums back. Okay, so we're making one last trip through the crevice. Yeah, so as you can see, even with the Nay Sword, Rolf's attack is just nowhere close to what Rudo can do at this point. And it's actually pretty similar to how things were in the original Phantasy Star as well. Having Odin or Tylon with the laser gun was basically the strongest thing that you could do. Oops. Oh, where did I come out? Let's see. Here we go. Along the path here, I do want to try to get myself healed up. So I'll take the opportunity fighting these oxes here. Rolf still needs to get healed up a bit here. Oh, and right at the start, an elephant gets Rudo. Yeah, thanks for keeping these parts straight between what's presented in the game and what's presented in the novels. This is important for people to know. Aero tank, alright. Unfortunately, there really wasn't much that could be done about it. Keep in mind, back then, you were limited by the amount of space you could have on a cartridge. So it was a real problem back then. Alright, so let me do this real quick. Okay, and... here we are. So, like I said, I think we're a bit under-leveled right now, so I do want to spend a bit of time grinding before we press forward. So I'll be in this hallway for at least a few minutes here. And unfortunately, it doesn't help that the enemies here are kind of the same of what we were seeing before. Now there are other there is a second floor to this place, so I will check that as well. Rudo could use a heal at this point. Alright, let's see what we got on this floor here. Yeah, that looks a little bit different. Okay, Rolf and Rudo could use a heal. Let's set Amy up as well to heal. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Anna needs a big heal there. Now, she does have her Aegis. But yeah, this is where her defenses are starting to become a little bit of a problem. Let's get a Gyres on Anna as well. Rudo and Rolf should be good to go, though. Yeah, so I think the right move at this point is going to be to have Anna put on one of those emeralds. Let's see. Aegis. Pressagear. Truth Sleeves, and then Amy, you're the only one that's actually going to be able to attack this round. Okay, Anna, you can start attacking again. Yeah, this Fiend is, like, way more powerful than anything else we've really run into at this point. Okay, Amy, go ahead and heal yourself up. And yeah, Anna, go ahead and grab the Nay Emil. We'll put that on the left. Yeah, take a look at that. It's a huge boost in defense. Granted, you're only going to be able to use your Nay Slasher at this point. But let's see how you do in battle now. Because that was bad when you got hit for, like, what, 80 damage there, I think? Most of what I was reading said you probably want to be around level 35 or so we've got a little bit to go on this grind. Let's see, King Lava. These guys have an AoE attack, so let's go and do the full loadout here on our defenses. Yeah, I think we found the Laconian Mace, except that doesn't do anything for us without Hugh or Kane in the party. Oh, gotcha. That's kind of funny, yeah. And that's not the only gag item they've put in these games. Like, you could find, like, a Master System in, or Mark III in the original Phantasy Star. Couldn't do anything with it, though, if I remember correctly. Rolf, you could use a heal at this point. Yeah, we're quite a ways off from being that level. I think, though, we'll try it a little bit earlier, maybe around 31 or 32. We're probably good on this. Alright, Amy, let's get you healing. Rolf just can't get a hit on his health here. Alright, Rudo, you need to heal up. Anna's gonna need to heal pretty quickly. Again, this is why I've got that 4 times multiplier on the experience going here, specifically so that we are not here all day, and so that we can get moving fairly quickly here. Anna, go ahead and use your Aegis. Rudo, you are healed up at this point. Rolf, you can pull out your storm gear at this point. Rolf needs another heal. Rolf is having trouble getting ahead on their health. There we go, now they're healed up. Okay, Rolf, go ahead and start using the storm gear. And just a note, max level in this game is supposed to be 50, so where we are currently is, like, nowhere even close to that. I don't expect to need to get that high to finish this, but yeah, it's... The one thing that helps you in the next upcoming boss battle is basically just pure HP to survive how much RNG there is in it. Okay, that should be fine. Okay. So Rolf is now level 30. And they just learned the Rever technique, which basically restores a character back to health if they are dead. Just going after Rudo right now. I'll take it. Yeah, having these items just makes it so much easier to get all the healing done that you need to get done. And it's nice to not have the TP costs associated. Anna's good to go, as is Rolf. Ah, we got another fiend here. Okay, let's do everything. Snow Crown. Color Scarf. And Amy, you're gonna use Sashu. Much better! So I think the strategy is if we happen to encounter multi-groups with a fiend in it, we just rush the fiend down then. Amy, go ahead and give yourself a heal. Oh, I just realized Rolf still has the magic cap on from when I had to reset the game earlier from the crash. Alright, I'll take care of that after the battle. Yeah, that's better. Alright, so we're just gonna rush them down. Especially since everybody's pretty much healed up right now. Well, yeah, it provides resistance, yeah. Bigger numbers mean more, or rather less damage taken, so... But yeah, I get that you're just joking on that. Amber Robe. Rolf, you could use a heal as well. And it looks like Anna's gonna be up for a heal next. That's a surprise attack. Rolf's probably okay for one more round. I'm gonna try to give Rolf a chance to heal up, so I'll actually delay Rudo here. I don't know what it is about these lungs, they just want to go after Rolf for some reason. Okay, that works. And that's the end of the battle, okay. Oh, really? Okay. So there's a reason they're chasing after Rolf instead of everyone else. Amy's taking some hits here. Actually, everyone's kind of taking hits here, aren't they? Aegis... Ah, gotcha. That's interesting to know, yeah. I'm curious why Rolf in story would suddenly want to just toss away the Nay sword that he got. But okay. Alright, once Rolf hits the next level, that's when we'll stop the grind for now, and we'll see how we do at that point. Rudo actually still needs a little bit more healing, but you know what, we'll go ahead and have him attack. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that kind of makes sense also. We did see one sword in in one of the hidden dungeons on Dezoris, now that I think about it. Amy learns a new one. And that's gonna be Nassar. Now that's kind of a true desperation move there if we're gonna use it, just because it costs an absolute ton of TP. Alright, Amy could use a heal. I said they need a heal, not a storm gear. Okay, a duo of firefalls here. I think for this one, I don't want to push it too far here, so we'll go ahead and have Rolf actually use a Nazan on them. Yeah, that did a good bit of damage there. And now Truth Sleeves. Gotcha, so they are a game-specific enemy then. Or, yeah, a game-specific enemy. Since they're not in the novel. Alright, this is just a round where we need everyone healing. Should be getting pretty close on that level for Rolf. Another King Lava. Yeah, I was aware of Van Leader. Yeah, it does not show up in the game at all, just because it doesn't have a call for it in any of the dungeons. Alright, there's that level. So, basically at this point what I want to do is I want to return back and see what we can do to get ourselves healed up. So, Rolf, go ahead and use the Nay Sword to return. Alright, that's the same. Okay, so Lutz does not heal us, so in that case we're gonna have to make our way back to town then. To actually properly heal up for the battles coming up here. So, Ryuka! And I need the magic cap. We'll go ahead and save one more time. And we'll put the Name It back on. Down into the crevice we go! On our way back to the Esper Mansion. Yeah, I gotta get through those novels at some point. And I don't know, I may do it on stream. We'll have to see. I think something like that would probably take a good amount of prep for me to be ready for something like that. Okay, we are back on Noah, and at this point I've been going for about 2 hours, so what I want to do is I want to take a quick 3 to 5 minute break, at which point we are going to proceed through the dungeon to the next boss. So stand by everyone, I will be right back. Alright everyone, we are back, and it is time for us to make our way through the spaceship Noah. And the path is pretty straightforward, actually. There are a couple of false places that you can end up, but for the most part, it's fairly straightforward. Okay, so I want to try to conserve my ability to fight here, so I'm going to try running for a round. If it's no good, then we'll fight this out. Good, okay. Nope, not that one, this one. Okay. I'm gonna take one last check of my gear. All of that looks right. So I have been thinking about this, though. Given that this is a single target that we're going to be going up against here, I think I'm going to give Anna the storm gear that Rolf has. I think that's the safer bet to go for, and that way Anna can equip a second shield. So Anna, we're gonna have to... at this point we can drop the AC slasher. That's not gonna do anything. And then what Rolf will do is take from Anna a Trimate and give a Star Mist to them. Alright, I think we're ready. So, this is the second boss of the game, and this is one of the... actually, really, it's arguably the worst RNG boss in the whole series. Just because of what it's able to do. And specifically, it is able to turn your characters evil. Now, what does that mean? It means that, basically, it's able to put one of 6 different effects on your characters. And 3 of those are bad, and 3 of them are horrible. And the only way to get out of this situation is an RNG effect that happens from the Nay Sword. There's nothing that you can do until the Nay Sword goes off. And that's why having higher levels and higher HP is really the only way to counteract it. And even at higher levels, you can still go down in this fight. So, let's see how this goes. And yeah, Brooks, I was thinking the same thing here, given I don't think anybody wants to see me do that walk back again here, so... Alright, so we're all good to go. And really, you might think this is cheating, but at the same time, the game has its own sort of save state function in the game. The only difference here is we would have had to have waited a bit for sure to basically steal the item from the storeroom. Rather than just using what's built into the emulator here, so... but yeah, let's go ahead and kick this off and see how we do in the first fight here. What is this? I feel it. I feel the tremendous strength of dark power. Ha 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 ha! This is Pandora's box. It contains all that is evil, all that you call the Dark Force. This is a present... And it doesn't even let me read through the whole thing. It gets a surprise attack and Amy becomes evil! So... there is actually 2 ways to win this fight. One, of course, is to beat it. The other is to get really lucky if you attempt to run away. Obviously, we're not going to try that. We're going to try to actually beat this thing for real, because the running away is a 1 out of 256 chance of working. Alright, so... obviously, Amy going evil from the start is not good. But anyway, Snow Crown? Let's get the color scarf out. And let's see what kind of evil effect Amy is under here. Because there's still a chance that she might be okay. Rudo becomes evil. Rudo loses confidence. Rudo can't use any techniques. That's fine. Amy turns traitor and tries to run, but can't get away. Okay, so Amy is effectively out of the fight right now. Rudo can't use techniques, but I would expect them to be able to use items, at least. Let's also take advantage of the fact that Anna is still with us. Let's go ahead and cast Shift. And then... yeah, Amy is just out of it. Rolf... let's go for a Thunder. Yeah. And Rolf becomes evil. Fighting ability increases. Ah, the Nay Sword went off! The Nay Sword emits a bright light. The evil is dispelled. So we got lucky this one. And now all the buffs are up. Okay. So, actually not the worst start I've seen, despite what happened early to Amy here. Okay, so... Amy, I'm gonna have you use... Geisar here. And Rolf is gonna continue with their technique. Alright, Amy becomes evil again. Amy turns greedy and searches the other's items. Alright. So, Rolf, at this point, you do need to heal Truth Sleeves. Yeah, Anna doesn't really have anything else that they can do in terms of techniques. That was it. Alright, Rudo is evil. Rudo turns doubtful. Rudo fights less furiously, but they're still in it. Okay, that was a big hit. Alright, so Anna needs a heal. And Rolf, I'm gonna have you Guy Res on Amy since she can't help herself right now. Oh, that's a problem. Rolf loses confidence. Rolf can't use any techniques. Okay, so he's still in it for fighting, though. Which means now we need to turn to Anna to use a Trimate on Amy. Amy is still out of it. Alright, Rudo, you need to heal up. Let's go for a Trimate. And then, Anna, I want you to heal Rolf. Okay. Ah, the Nay Sword goes off. Good. The evil is dispelled. Alright, so... yeah, that's basically this fight in a nutshell. Let's get a Gyres on Rudo. And Amy becomes evil again. Ah, but the Nay Sword admits. Alright, another round. Alright, let's do a Gysar for this one. And then we'll set up a SAR for this round, since we don't need as much healing. Oh, Phantom, there's no question this boss is the worst one. Purely from the RNG aspect of it. And yeah, it may be called Dark Force, but everything after the end of the Millennium called it Dark Falls again. Dark Force is basically a mistranslation. I mean, it's technically also true, but Dark Falls is what they've gone through, or gone with in the future, so I'm sticking with Dark Falls. Let's see here. I think we need to see if we can start to speed this up a bit here, so let's go Nathu. And we'll go Gysar. Now that's going to take Amy down in terms of any further healing they can do in terms of TP here, so I'm hoping we're getting close here. Anna, I think you could use a heal at this point. Alright, so Amy is done in terms of anything that she can do. At this point now, she's basically on Storm Gear duty unless she needs to heal herself. And she turns evil, but at this point, that's actually not that bad. They turn doubtful, fighting less furiously, which means they're technically still in this. Hey, first try! Alright, before we do anything else, let's get out of here! Highness! And then, Ryuka! Let's get that magic cap back on. Yeah, it'll be nice to see that model fully detailed. Alright, saving! Phantom, this is the state of my party right now, so Rolf is the highest level at 32. Alright, let's get the name it back on. Actually, how are we doing on items here? That's the one thing. Rudo is still full. Rolf has 1 slot, Anna has 2 slots. You know what, we can take a minute here, and, refill those. Right, I need the magic cap back on again. This is the real battle of this game, remembering to keep this thing on, or, to take it off. I'm just kidding. Nah, the boss we just fought was the hardest in the game. The next one is sort of a victory lap, although not an easy victory lap. I will say that. Phantom, I would say Climatrol is a good grinding spot. And then also, aside from Climatrol, Noah's, of course, where you're gonna grind for Endgame. Also, early on in the game, if you want to do what I did, I basically grinded up until I hit enough Meseta to get Rolf and Rudo 2 ceramic knives each. And having that much definitely goes a long way towards making sure that you're properly leveled for the first 2 dungeons. We'll go ahead and save one more time here. Yep, save. There we go. Alright, back to the crevice we go. And the sneak attack, but I'm not worried about that. I will say that now is the point that I do want to get that second shield on Anna here. So we'll put that where the Nay Slasher is. And she's just going to be using Storm Gear going forward. Okay, so yeah, it's nice to have the really hard one behind us. At worst, we might need to grind a few more levels here, but hopefully we won't have to do that, and we'll just get this in one shot as well. Back to Noah we go. Alright, let's see if we can run away again here. Yep. That sounds like an interesting project. Wish you the best on that. Let's see, where is this? Here we go. Alright, King Lava, let's run again. Okay, we're trapped, so we can't go. No problem. Not exactly at max health, so we'll have to address that. If we happen to get to the next boss. Let's see, up this way. And then this way, to the west. North and past the first set of stairs. Oh! You know what, let's get some other buffs out here. Color Scarf. Rolf, you're good to attack. Looks like everybody except Rolf needs healing here. Let's see. Aegis. And then Cressagir, and then Amy has the Amber Robe. Yeah, Amy really needs that heal. Okay, to the east, down the stairs, go north, loop around, to the north, and to the north again, loop around past the first one, down to the southwest, and past Pandora's box, to the east. Alright. So, we need to heal up at this point. Let's get everybody to their top stat. Rolf needs the most healing, Anna's actually okay, Rudo should be okay. And then Guy-Rez on Rolf. One more heal for Rolf. There we go. That should be good at this point. Alright, and it is time for us to face the final boss of the game. So this is the Mother Brain controlling Algol. Rolf and the party are overcome by the presence of the Mother Brain, but the future of Algol depends on them. Will they have to fight to pry Algol from the grasp of Mother Brain? What happens if we say no? The Mother Brain laughed loudly and said, "Just as I thought, you cannot harm me. I am like a mother protecting her child, and now I will take my child, Algol, by the hand and lead it down the path of destruction. On your way, then, because there is nothing you can do." Interesting speech she gives us, that's for certain. Alright. So this time we're gonna say yes. The Mother Brain begins to grin. "You are such fools. If you damage me, the world will be thrown into a panic. Without me, the people of Algol are helpless. They have become too soft and used to comfort." Yeah, that's what I was checking for there, Phantom. If I were to malfunction, the people would die cursing their fate. If that is your aim, disable me. If not, return now. Destruction. On your way, then. Oh, I guess we gotta say yes and then no. Okay. I will show no mercy. Die. Alrighty. There is Mother Brain. So, let's get everything up. Color Scarf. And then from Amy, we're gonna go Sashu. And then Rolf, you'll go ahead and use Nathu. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, Anna, you're good for your storm gear now. Same for Amy. Okay, Rolf, you'll go ahead and heal yourself. Rudo is good to attack. And this is the big part where Amy really becomes useful because of that AoE attack there. So, Rolf, go ahead and attack. Amy, you are going to use SAR. Okay, Amy, we're set up for a Geisar this round. And then go for a regular SAR this time. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting effect there, that's for certain. Alright, keep doing that, Rolf, Amy. Geisar once again. Okay. And then that leaves Amy with just a regular SAR left, and then she is out of any healing. Let's go for it. Alright, Amy, I need to get you back on the storm gear. Okay. So, Amy, you're gonna go ahead and use the last healing that you can use, at least from your technical points. And... Yep, that's it. Okay, so... now we're at the point where things kind of start to slow down in terms of how much damage we can do. So, Anna, I want you to use a Trimate on Rolf. You could probably take another hit, but I'd rather not chance that. Amy, go ahead and use your Amber Robe. Okay. We're good for another round here. I'm good on that, with Rudo taking that hit. Okay. So, at this point, Anna, you need to heal yourself. And then, Amy, why don't you... Yeah, go ahead and do a Trimate on Rudo. Yeah, Rudo is definitely the tank of the game. Alright, Amy, you gotta heal yourself again. We're gonna need to address Rolf fairly soon here. But he's good for one more hit, I think. Yep, there it goes. Oh! Never mind, first try! Alright, 1 experience point, and no Maceta. Rolf and the rest of the company stood in amazement where the Mother Brain once was. Also, had been suddenly released from, or Algol had suddenly been released from the Mother Brain's control. The biosystems and weather control systems suddenly became useless. The people of Algol awaited the start of their hard and difficult life without the Mother Brain. But Rolf and the others could feel a sense of hope. Let's get back to Motavia. This is only the beginning. Rolf, wait. Lutz's voice filled everybody's heart. There is still somebody in the ship. You can't return again. What? Who are these people? Welcome to the spaceship Noah. Who are you? I don't like your tone of voice. Are you here because you think we are enemies? Oh yeah. Of course we hate you for destroying the Mother Brain. That's a weird line there. So, you are the creators of the Mother Brain. You're hardly what we expected. We are not people of Algol. We are from a place called Earth. Our planet was green and lovely, and we had a highly advanced civilization. We are the last of our race. Yeah, yeah, we did destroy their rave, didn't we? The last. Yes, our planet has been destroyed. Do you want to know why? Sure. We were a weaker people then. Even though we knew about the evil inside of us, we didn't suppress it. We took joy in controlling nature. We didn't realize we were destroying ourselves until it was too late. The death rattle of our planet alerted us to our failure. With the time remaining to us, we built a spaceship to wander among the stars. Then we found Algol. We found the people here living in simple happiness. We decided we wanted this planet. And do you think you can stop us? We who destroyed Palma? You will die. Thanks to Lutz's power, they were sent on their way. Yeah, that's another weird sentence there. But basically saying, basically everybody that you left back at your house at level 1, yeah, they're next to you right now, and they are completely unequipped for what's about to happen. Very clever, but it is only a matter of time before Algol is destroyed. Silence. Be quiet. And in the next instant, Rolf and the others were attacked by several hundred Earthmen. We shall make you see how it feels to lose something that you love. Yeah, definitely there are differences between this and the Japanese version script. I can see the confusion and pity in your eyes. I will never forgive you for what you have done. Hey, Zance. Yeah, right at the end. How dare you ruin Algol? I refuse to be a slave of fate. I will be the master of my own future. You have shown me the ugliness of continued existence. These are my parting words to you. Those who give up are doomed. And then Rolf Euses has nothing to say. Except, I wonder what the people will see in the final days. And with that, we have completed Phantasy Star 2. Now, that ending is ambiguous in the English script, but the Japanese version is actually quite clear. They do survive. And really, when you think about it, even if we don't look at the Japanese script, it's actually pretty clear that they're going to survive. I mean, first, there was never a second Mother Brain, and the Earthmen threat was gone. There was Daughter, but that was created before Mother Brain's defeat. And then, let's his power save Rolf Euses from a space shuttle that was attacked in space. He also teleported the party to the spaceship of Noah, or Spaceship Noah, rather. Of course he'd have the power to bring them back to Dezoris. The Nay Sword, of course, when used, will bring you back to the Esper Mansion. The party isn't going to forget that fact after the battle. And then, don't forget about the clone labs. Even if they had died, they could just simply be brought back to life that way. So, yeah. I don't understand why they made this why they made the ending ambiguous for the English version, but yeah, it's very clear that they do survive this fight. And rest in peace, Phoenix Reed. It's yeah, it was such a shame that we lost her just a few years ago. AKA Reiko Kodama, of course. Oh, the lamp stopped working? Okay. Okay, yeah, if they were hurt by Elisa, then maybe that was something else that was supposed to be covered. Here's the thing, we don't know what the ending of Outside Saga was supposed to be, but we also do know that after the events of Phantasy Star Gaiden, Elisa does return to Algol, so it's possible they had their encounter then. Unless you know more about it than I do in this case here. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Mother Brain probably could have done that at some point, and maybe that would have made since maybe after Ney had died, so maybe that actually would have been the perfect time to have done it. But I guess for the sake of making things, still playable for the player. But then again, at the same time, if as long as players leveled up enough, they would have eventually gotten the Rever technique, which would have restored party members through techniques instead of using the clone labs. But yeah, that is Phantasy Star 2. So, from here, we have several points in Algol that we still need to visit. Of course, there are the 8 text adventure games that were the prequels to this game. Then we've got Phantasy Star Gaiden, which takes place on Copto, eventually renamed to Elisa Land. And that takes place outside of Algol. And then there's the 2 big ones. There is Phantasy Star 3 Generations of Doom, as well as Phantasy Star The End of the Millennium. And, oh, by the way, this is a bug from... if you have the dams open, then this scene does not reset to the dams being closed, and so water is still flowing through here. Yeah, I'm not sure which direction I want to go just yet. With the rest of Algol, we might look at, actually, the End of the Millennium next, specifically because that's technically next in the timeline. If you go by the Japanese script, Phantasy Star 3 takes place 2,000 years after this game, while Phantasy Star The End of the Millennium takes place only 1,000 years after this game. So, I hear what you're saying in that, Phantom. I still need to cover it. It's why I'm covering basically all the games of the Phantasy Star series that I can. But I hear what you're saying in that. We'll see how it all plays out. And frankly, Phantasy Star Gaiden has its own problems with having a really high encounter rate and things like that. So, and then one of the Phantasy Star 2 text adventure games just has this really horrible music. So, well, Phantasy Star 1, I played that 4 or 5 years ago at this point. It was a long time ago, but it is on this channel as a playlist, so if you want to check it out, you can certainly do that. Yeah, I was definitely thinking about the retranslation patch for certain. Plus, Phantasy Star 3 is interesting in some of the quirks that it has that I want to kind of point out as well. Technically, this game has some quirks as well, which we never really got into with this series. For example, if you start up a new game and you do certain actions right at the start of the game, you're able to basically corrupt the memory of the game and pull items out of nowhere and then teleport yourself right to Dezoris and things like that. It's how the any percent speedrun works right now, actually. So, yeah, there are players that have completed this game really, really fast, even faster than how quickly I completed it, even though I had the 4 times experience and a setup boost going here. But yeah, this is that's basically gonna do it for this stream here, for our look at Phantasy Star 2. Of course, we've got also, and I haven't mentioned this yet, Phantasy Star Generations 1 and 2 on the PlayStation 2. Those were the 2 remakes of Phantasy Star 1 and 2. So I definitely want to get to those eventually. And then, of course, I still got other ongoing series. Phantasy Star Nova, Phantasy Star Online 2S that we gotta get back to. New Genesis, of course, has a new story coming out in June. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm hoping they're going to finally knock something out of the park after a 1-year delay, but that's besides the point here. This it was nice to go through this game again after such a long time. And yeah, it's one that I'll pull out from time to time. But I will say that I do like Phantasy Star: The End of the Millennium more than this game, so that's one that I am looking forward to playing again as well. But with all that said, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you for joining me today. This is PrinceBrightstar signing off. I'll catch you next time.